Necronomicon Stories, Episode 3, The Psychics. Hi, I'm Roger, and I was lucky enough to live in El Cajon, California during the time that Larry Barnes ran the Inner Journey bookstore over there on Main Street in El Cajon. And I want to talk to you about a couple of psychics that they had working there. Now, during that time, I was working at Jack in the Box, and I was working with a lady that told me that she was going to go in and see a psychic at Inner Journey. They had certain days that they had psychics there. So anyway, I said, let me know how that is, because I had always been kind of interested in seeing a psychic. This is way back in the 90s. This is like early 90s, okay? So anyway, after she had seen the psychic, she came back and told me about it, and she started telling me about these the things that the psychic was telling her. And I said, wait a minute, how did the psychic do this? I mean, did she read your tarot cards? And she says, no. The psychic, what she did was she put her two fingers on her wrist like that. That's all she had to do a reading. She put her two fingers on this lady's wrist, and she was able to bring forth this information. Now, this lady told her, see, this lady was working both at Amvets, which is like a major thrift store in El Cajon, California. And she also worked at Jack in the Box. So she split her time between working at Amvets and Jack in the Box. But anyway, she told me that the psychic told her that she was going to be going on a trip. She was going to be going with somebody else. She was not going to be taking her own car. She was going to be going in somebody else's car with somebody else on this trip. They were going to be going for 2 days. And the psychic told her that this was going to be very, very good for her career there at Amvets. Well, I'll be damned if she didn't come back one day at work and told me that things happened exactly like like the psychic had said. She went with her boss for 2 days to this training seminar, and this is something that that nobody knew about, So I thought that was like very, very interesting. So I went in myself, and I saw a psychic there, real nice guy, young guy, like in his 20s. And he did a reading on me, but he used tarot cards. And I'm going to tell you everything that he told me. I asked him a lot of questions, okay? I asked him if everything is preordained, that, if he's seeing it, or if there's, that we have control. And he said, absolutely, you've got control over, over your life. These things that the psychics are seeing are things that will probably happen, but not necessarily happen. So anyway, he did a really good reading on me, and he told me a lot of good things. The people like hearing, I guess. Like, he told me that he saw being very financially well off, and he also said he couldn't quite zone in on what he was seeing here, but he said that he saw me traveling like to India, and like rubbing mud on my third eye, and I just thought that was like really strange. And I didn't really know what he was talking about back then. I now know what he was talking about. Well, first of all, I have written a couple of books on meditation and meditation mantras, years ago I thought maybe that's probably what he was seeing. That's not what he was seeing. what he was seeing was that I had developed a technique to completely control your mind. So I have full control over my mind. I don't worry. I don't have any thoughts in my mind that I don't want there. And I know that might sound just absolutely unbelievable to you, but it's the truth. And I did write a book about it, and you don't have to buy the book. I put the book on YouTube for you to read if you want to see it. It is just go to YouTube and type in Resolute Self, okay? Because the name of the book is The Resolute Self Mind Control Manual, which is the most horrible name that I could have chosen. I wanted to get this book out there, and I didn't know what to call it. If I had to call it something else today, I would call it The Power. But in any case, I know for a fact that's what he was seeing in his cards. He also told me that once you start reading the tarot cards, once you learn how to read the tarot cards and start reading the tarot cards, that pretty soon, I mean, if you're really into it, that you can begin to see the future without the cards. You don't even need the cards anymore. So this guy that I saw over at Inner Journey, he was the apprentice of another lady there, the one that would put her fingers on your wrist and do a reading that way. And so I thought that was pretty cool. The psychic that was his mentor actually died not too long after that. I think it was either just shortly before or shortly after I went to Inner Journey to see the psychic. But anyway, that is pretty much all I have to tell you for this video. I know it's a short one. Please keep watching the videos because I'm going to come at you with some really, really interesting things regarding Larry Barnes, who is the man who published the Necronomicon. And I'm also going to get into things like whether Larry actually believed in the powers of the Necronomicon. Spoiler alert, he did believe in it. I can tell you that he believed in it. So anyway, that's it for this video. Please keep watching because I got a lot more information for you. And I really appreciate you watching. And thank you so much. Bye-bye.